Alright, cool. Oh yeah, can see the wire. Looks fine. Hair's fine. That's fine. Everything looks fine. Okay, I've already wasted 40 seconds.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video from my YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I've been planning for a while. It was supposed to be my first ever video, well, comeback video anyways, but I decided that the first one that I actually did was way more important. No, not really, but just slightly more important than this one. Yeah, no, still way more important, but still. Anyways, the reason, well, not the reason for this video, you'll find out quite soon, but quick disclaimer, yeah? For those people who have like actual bonds and don't really have any trouble with bonding with people, stuff like that, especially parents, bonding with parents, I mean, this video will be pretty useless for you, but if you want to stick around just to like understand how other people might feel, sure, that's all, it's all up to you, okay? So yeah, the point of this video is all about how just the bonding with our parents is just, you know how teenagers can get, yeah? From the age of like what, 5 or so, maybe even 4 to like 9, 10, you have a really close, thick bond and you appreciate things that your parents do and everything. From 9, 10, so on, stop at I don't know when, because I'm not there yet, I'm still only 12. You tend to not really have that thick bond and you like completely lose it in a way. What I'm trying to say, if you don't really understand where I'm coming from, is that you just don't really like anymore. You don't I've just muddled up my words right there. So at this point, you really just don't appreciate anything. You like cut off your friends. And there's a perfect example of this in a movie that I absolutely love. It is called, I'm thinking of Spirited Away, damn. It is called A Silent Voice. And there is a quote from there, and I know myself, I do not memorize quotes well at all. So I have set it up. The quote is, "Bad friends are like paper cuts. Both are annoyingly painful and make you wish you were more careful." My point for saying this is, when you get to a certain age, that is going to be your mentality, even at any age. But at that age, like teenager-ish age, you are going to be more careful. You would have realized at that point. Once you get to that teenage age, you are more rebellious. You like how can I say you're not pushed around easily in any other way apart from you're not pushed around easily? You are more firm, you stand your ground, even to your parents, and I understand. Yeah? But you still need to appreciate what they do. Even though you might just not want to do the dishes because they tell you to, and you want to say, I've done the dishes because I wanted to do the dishes. Trust me, I understand. I completely understand where you're coming from. Because you just want to do what you want to do at that point, but you actually do not know anything. Quote from parents. But I'm not wrong. At this stage, at this teenage stage, you are still naive. Not as naive that's weird. Not as naive as when you were a child, but you're still morally naive. Wrong word. You're genuinely still naive, yeah? And you still don't understand the concept of life. You might be thinking of all sorts of theories, making up your own thing of your own mentality of the world and the earth and how it can be really sick, and it is, what you might be saying is that the world is sick. Nobody is there for you or anything like that. I'm not trying to discourage you, but those are the thoughts that you might be having depending on your experience. And understandably, there's no such thing as no bad friend. If you haven't had a bad friend at all in your entire life, consider yourself the luckiest person on this entire planet, because that is physically impossible. Screw that. It is just impossible. You cannot live a life without having someone who might have done wrong to you, which sparks and sets that snap. Yeah, it snaps you into that realization of something, whatever it might be. But whatever that is, don't let it, because it can intertwine with you and your parents' relationship, because they are people. For whatever reason it is, I don't really understand why. You snap at people who gave birth to you. They can take you out as well. Okay, I'm joking. I'm not joking. These people have been there, and they are not fake. They are real, and they will always be there. I can assure you that. Yeah, I can't say that I've learned it the hard way, because there is no such thing as a hard way to that. It's a pretty easy route. It might come with a couple twists and turns, but I can't say that all families are perfect and like this. And I can't be there for you physically, but I can still try to be there for you if you need any help. This got really sad and dark. Like this turned a bit, but the message I'm trying to put out to you people. If I say to your guy, if I say to you guys, it's kind of like not everyone who's watching is a guy, am I right? But like, what I'm trying to say, my point is, just because you might be mad at the world, at people, your so-called friends, even at you can actually have actual friends who will always be there for you. You can always get mad at them though, even at you're mad at anything. Say anything, even if it be your parents. Don't really take it out on them. Punch a pillow, anything, it's just not on them. Understandable, most teenagers have an attitude. If you don't, again, consider yourself the luckiest person on this entire planet. But if you do, you can learn to try and settle it down, control it, because you are with your parents the whole time. During this lockdown, you have been forced to stick with your parents. You no longer have the excuse that, oh mom, dad, I'm going to school, I'll be back in 6 hours. If you're in America, how many hours you have? Or any other part of the country, if it's like the curriculum's different, that's besides the point. Yeah. You don't have any other excuse of going anywhere else to not be with your parents. You are now forced to stay at home. No by your bounds. because of coronavirus, of course, but like still, you are now forced to stay at home and bond with your parents, and you now have to. You have to accept that this is how it's gonna be. Just live with it. It's not that hard. It's not nothing that hard. Okay, just. I understand if you are a teenager and you don't have the best bond with your parents. I cannot stress that enough. But be sure to still be nice to them, care for them, even be there for them. Again, if you're the absolute opposite of what I'm talking about, then you're doing a great job. I don't know what happened, but like, kudos to you. If you don't know the meaning of that word, search it up, okay? And yeah, I guess that kind of wraps up the video. And this is kind of an odd mark to leave it on, but I hope y'all enjoy your day. Have a good one. Peace.
Okay, look, everyone was a rebellious teenager at one point, including moi. Like, please don't try to tell me that you were like this perfect angel teenager. You just weren't. So today I'm gonna be talking about the first time I ever lied to my parents as a part of my first time series. So listen, I was like 12 years old. When I was 12, Facebook was really popular. You had to be 13 to join the site, and I was 12. One day I decided I want to play Farmville, I want to play Bejeweled, I want to play games with my friends. So I just made one. And it was all fine and dandy, you know, it was a vibe. And about a week later, my mom found it. My parents were divorced, so we had this like 3-way phone call, and they ended up taking my phone away for like a month over some gems and pigs. I don't know, man. You know what? That didn't stop me. I was not gonna let that stop me, because like 2 weeks later, I just made another Facebook, a completely different one. Like, it didn't like reactivate the other one, but I made this stupid decision of friending my mother, which then I lost my phone indefinitely.
Son, you're a disgrace to this family. You know what? I don't know what. I'm gonna run away and never come back.